It's a sad day here at Chety and Lycan's Horror Party Massacre. A sad day because I just sat down and watched Murdercise, a movie I've been looking forward to and had such excitement for because it's just, look at it. Murdercise, look at it. I mean, that's fucking cool. Murdercise is an 80s throwback movie, so it claims. It's done by Paul Ragsdale, who I've seen all of his other movies. Cinco de Mayo, great flick. Slash Rip Party, great flick. That opening had a true 80s feel to it. Streets of Vengeance, another really good one, really entertaining. So I had high hopes for this one, and I'm sad. I'm disappointed. By rights, this should not be a review done outside. This should be a what a piece of shit movie review. But after reviewing the Black Tree Forest movie, my body still is drained of shit because that one just pulled it all out of me. Our movie starts off right at the beginning with a murder. A young woman is working out, and then she goes and hops in the shower and hears a noise in the house. Hears a noise in the house, goes and calls the cops. And while she's on the phone with the cops, she hears a knock at the door. And there's two police officers there while she's still on the phone with 911. She goes back to the phone and tells him, "Oh, thank you for sending someone out so quickly." And they say, "Oh, no, we didn't send anyone yet." She says, "Oh, yes, they're here." And then she gets strangled to death by these two gentlemen in policeman uniforms. From there, we jump into the main gist of the movie, which is a home aerobics video shoot with a group of strippers and perverts and mafia people and sleazy people. And as the title implies, Murdercise, murder ensues. From there, it never really gets uphill. It starts downhill and just stays downhill. This is really a bad movie. It's really bad. I've never, ever seen an 80s movie that had such a gratuitous tit scene in my entire life. And there's lots of tits in this. One minute, 5 seconds. Titties. So we shall read tits. One minute, 39 seconds. Titty shot done.
Going to union candy, but I am, okay?
What kind of union? I think that's fake, and I think you're making it up. Look at my tits.
Oh my god.
25 minutes, 12 seconds.
Away.
Titties.
Never put my boobs away. Oh, yes, there's some water. You're just gonna keep hanging up? Look at them. Everything's like a chuck. Oh, yeah, they will. They're soft and velvety and milky pale and fluff. What? So what is this? Are you seriously not gonna look?
I'm so sorry. I'm sure.
You're really quiet. Don't you want to see these big, juicy melons?
Already seen it.
Just put your pants on and get like a normal man.
Get out of my office!
Are you stupid, you asshole? Look at my look at him! This is bullshit! Please!
There is no 80s movie that I've seen that has this much tits.
Candy, you are being very
26 minutes, 55 seconds. Tits gone.
You need to
27 minutes, 16 seconds.
putting you in a weird
Tits.
position.
Dummy.
I will not look at your breasts.
Oh no, you're gonna look at him.
No,
Oh, absolutely you are. You're a weirdo. I know you looking at me. Anyways, this is so professional. This is how you see I'm professional. Yeah, I'm really close to you. I paid for these and somebody's gonna look at him. It's gonna be you, you fucking bitch. Look at my tits. There's nothing in that face.
Tit close-up shot. scissor stabbed tits. Okay, well, is this our killer reveal already?
I swear to God, it wasn't me.
Roughly about 28 minutes, 50 seconds, tits gone. 51 minutes, 38 seconds. Old, aged, ex-porn star tits.
Hi, Freddie. I'm ready for my solo.
52 minutes, 18 seconds. Old, aged, ex-porn star tits. 56, 58 seconds. More old person, ex-porn star boobies. 1 hour and 6 minutes.
I think we've cooperated.
Toe sucking. Lycan gave up after the second tit shot. She said, I'm done. This is too much. I managed to sit through and finish it, and again, you guys know, I'm not a prude, but this was just so over the top and so gratuitous and just so much. It was just like, it was awkward to watch. I mean, I'm like, especially with my wife sitting right there, I'm just like, okay, come on, let's move on. The movie made me think it was a slasher, but it's really not. The killer we learn in the second death, the first death at the studio. We're not talking about the girl from the beginning. The first death done at the place where they're filming the video. We know who the killer is right then and there, and it was done more like an oops. Guess I got a little carried away there. I mean, there was no stalking. There was no build up. It was just this extension of this gratuitous tit scene with the look at my tits shit. And oops, yeah, I got a little bit mad. So, and from then on forward, it's not. There's so much wrong with the acting is not top of the line. It really isn't. The effects are not very good at all. In fact, the final kill in this movie, and I'm going to spoil it because I don't care if maybe if I spoil it, it'll save you guys the pain of watching it. The chainsaw through the head gimmick, that was early Trauma fare. Trauma did better effects than that back in the early 80s and late 70s, you know. It was horrible. None of the movie made sense. The way the characters reacted, the way they did the things that they didn't make any sense. You know, the first person at the studio gets killed and they decide, nah, we're not going to call the cops. We're just going to sit here and hide the body. Second person gets killed. Nah, we're just going to go and hide the body. Oh, your mom's in the mafia. Let's go ahead and call her up so that she can take the two bodies out to the landfill that her dad uses as a mafia kingpin or whatever. The sound effect of the chainsaw in the final scene, it sounds like a bread cutter. Initially, when it's cutting off the guy's fingers, it sounds like a bread cutter, like a little, that thing that cut the girl's arm in Maximum Overdrive, the waitress in the kitchen, that little knife thing. That's what it sounded like. Turns out it was a chainsaw. Didn't sound like a chainsaw. That was pretty bad. The acting was no good. The effects were no good. The story was really no good. I was led to believe it was supposed to be a slasher flick / comedy, a horror comedy movie. There is no horror. There's no suspense. There's no shocks. There's no build up to anything. Comedy, the comedy that they attempted to pull off in this movie isn't even juvenile. It's not, dirty old man comedy. It's not dad comedy. It's not juvenile comedy. It's not fart joke comedy. It's the kind of comedy, I think, that you make a funny noise at an infant that giggles. You go, it's not even that kind of comedy, really. I don't know what the comedy is supposed to be in this movie because there was none. I didn't chuckle, smile, nothing. Again, this should be what a piece of shit review, but God damn it. I like this guy's other work so much. What the fuck happened with this movie? I don't even know. And the thing that hurts the most, it's not the fact that I've seen this guy's other stuff and I like his work. It's not the fact that I love 80s movies. It's not the fact that I love the killer workout, aerobicise from the 80s that were, you know, slasher flicks that took place in a gym. And this movie was inspired by those. It's the fact that I contributed to the Indiegogo to help get this made. That's why my copy is signed by all these people. And I have an 11 by 17 poster for the movie downstairs that's signed. I put money into this. And this is what I get. And our name is in it. Our name is in the end and under the special thanks that scrolls on and on and on and on and on. Our name is in there. So we're going to be attached to this movie. Not that anybody knows what Chety and Lycan is or cares, but our names are on it. Speaking of Indiegogo, there was one other thing, and I could be wrong about this. You guys, if someone knows, correct me. But there is a segment in this movie where they're going to sit down and watch the Look at My Tits girl's feature film that she was starring in, which was some shitty co-ed slasher or some shit movie. There are several, as they're watching this, it's not any storyline, it's just several shots of various people getting killed, POV style. And it was so pointless and so stupid and did nothing to add to the movie except its runtime. And the thing is, I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and look. But I think those were probably all people that contributed to Indiegogo as die in the movie. Film your own death and send it into us and we'll put it together in this hodgepodge little mess of celluloid. I was not more disturbed by the scene in the Friday the 13th remake with the guy saying, "Oh, your tits are awesome. You got awesome tits," than I was with this girl talking about her big juicy melons. I mean, fuck. I'm not going to say I'll never watch another one of his movies again, but I hope to God that Paul's next movie is better than this. I really do. And it didn't even have the All Night Long girl or a suitable replacement for her. His other movies, he's got this girl that is doing like a USA Up all night hosting duties, but it's only all night long. That was cool. I enjoyed that. That's not even in here. There was not one thing, except maybe the soundtrack. The soundtrack by Vestron Vulture was pretty good. The title theme, that one was almost hypnotic. Not because it was so good, but because they just played the same beat over and over and over and over again. I was like, yes, master, drool, drool, drool. But the rest of the soundtrack was really good. I really enjoyed the soundtrack. That's about the only positive thing I can say about this movie. Murdercise, the deadliest aerobics video ever made. Now, I would put Richard Simmons' workout videos up against this any day of the week. Oh, one of the other things I forgot to mention. What did I forget to mention? Let's think for a minute. I forgot to mention what I was going to mention. I forgot to mention what I forgot I was going to mention. Shit. We're going to take a moment and think about this. Nope. It's gone. Whatever I was going to share, I don't recall. This movie has some special features to it. One of those special features is a making of. Now, we just got done watching not too long ago, Phantom Fun World, and I swear to shit, that movie was so fucking good. If he had a making of and a commentary, I would watch it again immediately. I would do a back-to-back viewing of that movie if it had some kind of commentary. This movie's got a making of. An hour and 54-minute long making of. It's longer than the movie. Can I say I've never been any more interested in watching a making of than I am with this? I think I would rather watch paint dry for 2 hours than the making of for this movie, which is that bad. I gave Lycan the option. I said, you can either watch Murdercise with me or you can watch Doom Asylum. She went downstairs and brought me up Doom Asylum. All right, kids. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, give us a like. Give us a subscribe. And until next time, we're in the spooky season. You better stay spooky.
I like it spooky.
I want to thank you. Anything you want, you just name it.
Deadliest aerobics video ever made. Motherfucker, I can't remember. I'm getting too old for this shit. I guess that's it. I guess I got nothing else for you.